City pop. What is it? To keep it short, it's a music genre that I would best describe as a mix of American pop music, but with its own twist that conveys the energy and lifestyle of 1980s Japan. Personally, I love this music genre, and I wanted to make this video about an artist, one that I believe made the best music in this era, and that's Miki Matsubara. Born in Kishiwada, Osaka, Miki Matsubara is most well known for being a singer, a composer, and a songwriter. Miki's music was most popular through the elusive era of city pop, a time in 1980s Japan where the economy was booming. Anime and manga was finding its way as a respectable form of entertainment. Studio Ghibli and Nintendo were king. This era in Japan saw an unemployment rate of 4.7%. Japanese goods sold like crazy. It was a mega party. And through that party came to light her most iconic song, Stay With Me. Stay With Me was critically acclaimed. The song, which was originally composed by Tetsuji Hayashi and was included with their first ever album Pocket Park, grew immensely. The song was ranked 28th on Oricon chart, which is the music popularity chart in Japan, and sold over 300,000 copies. Now, with all that aside, you may actually know that back in 2020, Stay With Me had a sudden resurgence through TikTok and social media. The song became popular in a trend where kids showed their moms, raised in Japan, the iconic song. The trend really blew up and gave the gift of Stay With Me to an international audience. Miki Matsubara was being introduced to a new generation, one full of cringe TikTok dances, viral memes, and iPhones. The sudden light being shined on Stay With Me can actually be found through a YouTuber by the name of Range Rand. She made a cover of Stay With Me which garnered over 7 million views. This cover started a wave of new people discovering her music, and in March of 2021, there was a re-release of her iconic song on vinyl. Miki had even made her way into commercials and struck a deal with Dr. Pepper where... Cut. When I was making this video, I actually came across this Miki Matsubara commercial that was a brand deal with Dr. Pepper. I completely thought it was legit. I was going to include it in the video, I wrote the script, everything. And then, turns out it was just a meme with Stay With Me over the real commercial. And it's really disappointing. The real commercial, it sucks. So, yeah, I just thought I wanted to include this in here. Terrible. But not only that, Miki had made her way into anime, and some of her works include Gundam, Dirty Pair, and Goo Goo Gamma. Out of these three, the winner, which is used as the opening theme of episodes 2 through 7 of Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory, very long name there, is personally my favorite. Here's a sample. Now, most of those anime are a little more obscure, but still, listen to some of those tracks. Seriously, all that stuff will be linked down below. Because tell me, look me in the eyes, and tell me they're not fire. Okay, they're fire. Okay, so check them out. Okay, sit down, relax, grab some popcorn, because I'm going to give you 5 songs that I highly recommend. Number 1 would be Cupid. Number 2 would be Hawa Hawa Shua Shua. Number 3 would be Wash. Number 4 would be Caribbean Night. And number 5, Jazzy Night. Those are some good songs that I highly recommend, and I'll leave all 5 of those down below in the description. Miki grew in infamy over the next couple of years. She started her own band by the name of Dr. Wu and married the lead drummer in her band, Masaki Hanjo. Miki truly found success in the music industry. On the surface, Miki seemed to have it all: fame, money, and a bright music career. But behind the scenes, something scary and uncontrollable was making its way into her life. Something happened that changed her life forever. At the turn of the millennium, in the year 2000, after being unreachable for some time, Miki had sent an unexpected email to her close friends, family, and record labels, stating that she couldn't go on with her music career and would not be communicating with anyone via phone or email again. Shortly after, she ceased working on music and faded from public view without any notice or any explanation. A year later, it was made known that she was diagnosed with cervical cancer, requiring her to begin treatments. She spent the last years of her life battling cancer and trying to overcome the illness. But tragically, on October 7th, 2004, she passed away at the age of 44. It's common you'll find a type of comment under Miki's videos. This one, made by Savvy Jack, I believe, best summarizes what happened to Miki. Miki felt it was unfair she was not going to be able to recover from her illness. She felt she was not able to live her life, and she spent her life too focused on making music. Miki blamed her illness on her music career. About a year before her death in 2003,
Miki burned some of her favorite songs and pieces she had composed. She wished that nobody would listen to her music. Instead, she regretted her career as a whole. A few months later, Miki found out she had only a few months to live, so she decided to spend that time with her family. Matsubara wanted to do anything and everything she could to be healthy, but there was nothing left for her to do. During her few months with her family, Miki's parents noticed that she still seemed to have a passion for music and wanted to keep performing if she ever became healthy. While she was on anesthesia, Miki's parents heard her humming and mumbling some of her favorite songs, proving that deep down she still loved music. She may have had regrets about being too focused on her career and not enjoying life with her family more, but I think anybody would feel the same in her shoes. But I don't think she'd be upset at all to know people are still discovering and thinking of her fondly 17 years later. Very well said by Savvy Jack. Her death came as a shock to the nation, and her passing wasn't public until 2 months later. The common notion that goes around is that Miki ended up hating music for controlling her life. But to me, the impression is that she felt that she didn't get the most from life, and instead focused too deeply on being an artist and not living life to the fullest. I definitely think looking at Miki's story is a tool that can help us reflect on our own lives, but also I really believe that Miki had a wonderful soul, one who cared for music, one that deep down loved her passions, and one that believed in music and loved what she brought to this world. In the 18 years after her death, Miki had made it to your screen in this video, and I think that speaks volumes of how great her music is. I see this comment commonly under her videos stating something along the lines of, "Ah yes, my fake 80s Japanese memories flowing in my mind." And it's really true. Stay With Me really gives off a nostalgic vibe. The song about a woman torn over her love is one that holds a special place in many people's hearts, and I made this video as a tribute to a wonderful artist. Rest in peace, Miki Matsubara.